Hello, and welcome back to Hitman 3 and the end of an era mission set in Chongqing, China. And today we will be taking care of the redacted Stick It to the Man challenge, which entails killing Hush while disguised as a homeless person. So, as naturally as it comes, we will be getting the downtrodden discovery or feat for dressing as a homeless person, and while we're there we will also pick up the last resort discovery or feat for obtaining free flyers. So for this challenge we will be bringing with us some lethal poison, our ever trusty lockpick, a silenced pistol, and we will be starting as always at the riverside walkway. If you do not have two lethal poisons available to you, which we do need, we have one stashed up in the facility server room, I recommend not using poison on Imogen. So from the start and off the bat we are going to make our way towards the facility along the walkway area until we get to the back of the restaurant here. And a young lady down here is about to remember the code to the facility and tell us that it is 0118. We're just going to wait right here for her to move away, because we don't need to know the code because we can just follow her through the door. So she's going to make her way over to the door to the facility. We're going to vault over the balcony and drop down to the next level here. And we're just going to follow this young lady into the facility. So nice and quiet, nice and slow. Basically what we're going to do in here is we're going to poison Imogen in the restroom. But if you do not have the second poison available to you, I recommend following all of these steps right up until you poison Imogen, in which case you will switch tactics and you would strangle her and drag her into the bathroom and snap her neck, where there will be somewhere to hide her body. So once the young lady has made her way down the stairs and to her left, we are free to vault over the balcony and down to tier level 1. We're going to pull out our phone camera. I don't know why I keep calling it a phone, it is a camera. And we are going to opaque the windows of the restroom just across from us, making our way across to the air conditioning unit, which we will turn on and then turn off again, and make our way into the server room where our second poison is stored. And we can also hide just behind the wall here for our victim, who is in the restroom. And when she comes to investigate, we can get stuck on the wall and then render her unconscious nice and quietly. And we're going to hide her body in the closet in the server room just behind us here. So there is one more person in the restroom. We are going to rinse and repeat just what we did before. So we are going to turn on the air conditioning, turn off the air conditioning. And if you have two lethal poisons available to you, at this point we're going to poison the ventilation system. If you do not have the two poisons available to you, do not poison the ventilation system. So once our second victim has arrived, we can then get behind him, render him unconscious, and hide his body in the server room as well. We're going to take his outfit while we're here, just so we can move around in this area a little bit easier. And we're going to take out our phone once again, our camera even, it's not a phone. So with our camera in hand, we're going to make our way through to the next room here and just nudge our way in before the camera sees us, so we can opaque the window on our left. That will block the camera's view. We're going to make our way around to the workstations area, being aware that Imogen is in this area and will be coming through this room shortly, so we need to scan all three of these workstations as quickly as we can. That will put everybody onto a break and we can make our way back to the restroom where everybody else is now making their way. So once again around to the air conditioning unit, we're just going to hug the wall here and we're going to wait for everybody to turn up. And once they're all here, Imogen will arrive and send them all back to work. So once they're all completely out of the room and the door is closed, we're going to turn on the air conditioning unit. If you don't have the second poison, at this point is where you want to dash in, knock out Imogen as quickly as you can and drag her into the bathroom. But we have the second poison, so we are going to turn on the air conditioning unit, poison Imogen, turn off the unit as quickly as we can afterwards so that we don't get any non-target kills. So that is Imogen taken care of and out of our way. We're going to exit the facility exactly the same way we came in. We're going to make our way into the square at the center of town here and around to our right and up the ramp and around to our left at the far end of the building. And at this point we're going to trigger this mission story, but we're not actually going to take care of the mission story in this video. So once we've triggered that, we're going to let that mission story reveal itself, and then just over on these concrete and planks we will find our first of 3 flyers. So we're going to collect that up, wait for the mission story to reveal itself, continue on down the street right to the very end where we will find ourselves a hammer. We're going to retrieve that hammer, turn to our left and down the end of the alleyway here, where just here by this dumpster we will find a homeless man all on his own, and we can render him unconscious with the hammer. We're going to collect up our hammer and he will drop a flyer, so that's 2 out of the 3 we need. We're going to hide his body in the dumpster provided and take his outfit. So that will get us the downtrodden challenge. We're going to make our way into the building via the open window, down to the basement where we will retrieve the fuse for Hush's deprivation machine. And with that in hand, we're going to make our way back upstairs. Now we are going to go for a frisk in a moment, so we need to get rid of our gun, but I want it back because we do actually need it. So we're going to ascend the drain pipe just outside of the door here, and right at the top by the balcony we're going to just place our gun as far into this corner as we can, and then make our way back down the drain pipe and out the window we came in, even though we're coming back into this building immediately. So once we're out the window, we're going to run around to our left and go back in through the doors, announce our presence and get frisked. So this gentleman will frisk us and his colleague will then lead us up to the interview room, and if we've placed our gun well, he will walk right past it without even glancing at it, and we can then grab it as we're going past. So he has turned right, we can turn left, grab our gun and then catch the guard back up. He's going to lead us around here and enter us into the interview room area. I changed my outfit about 30 odd seconds ago. When did you last change yours? Right, so we're going to go into here, and then just on the notice board we will find our 3rd and final flyer, which will get us the last result challenge, and then we're going to take a seat and wait our turn for our interview. So the doctor's just being told now that there is no one else needed for tonight, so she is going to dismiss her interviewee and then ask us over to take a seat, where she will instantly dismiss us as well. So all we've got to do now is just wait for all the waffle to finish. There we go. And the gentleman in the red jacket will make his way past us. The doctor will call us over and we are going to take a seat. So once the doctor dismisses us, we're going out that window you just saw.
You're welcome to fill in your information now and come back tomorrow. A guard is waiting outside the door. He'll escort you out of the building when you're done. Help yourself to an apple. For your trouble.
I do need my vitamins.
So when the doctor stands up, she's going to move off to our left, and we can then make our way out of the window without anyone seeing us, around the balcony to the very end, through the break in the balcony and up the drain pipe to the second floor. And we are going to make our way into the building again on this floor, where we obviously are trespassing from this point onwards, so we are going to have to be somewhat careful. So we're going to lockpick the door just to our right here, being aware of the guard on our left who patrols. And we're going to make our way into the room, hide behind these boxes and wait for our opening into the security room, through the security room, up the stairs on the far side. And in here we're going to take out the surveillance system. There we go. And continue on up the stairs, where we will then encounter a keypad door, and the code will be 2552, and that will then enable us to get to the top floor. We're going to vault over the balcony here to avoid the two guards at the top of the stairs. We're going to make our way around and through the door on our left, and quickly through the door ahead of us, as quickly as we can through there, where we will then encounter a second keypad door with the same 2552 code. So at this point I'm going to check where Hush is, and he's just sitting down in his mind control chair. So we're going to go and poison the ventilation system at the end of the balcony, reapproach the deprivation room chamber, and the doctor is in the right position for us, so we can make our way inside, render him unconscious, hide his body in the closet provided, and because we know Hush is in that other chair, we've got plenty of time to go behind the guard, render him unconscious. We're going to hide his body in the closet as well, not forgetting his gun on the way, which I very nearly did. So once we've got this guard now safely tucked up in the closet, once we finally get there, there we are. There you go, mate. Keep each other company, yeah? We're now going to place the fuse we've collected into the machine, and all that's left for us to do now is make good our escape. And we do have to retrace our steps back the way we came, so we do have to be somewhat careful making our way down through these floors. So all the way down, through the doors, down the stairs, not forgetting the security room round the next corner, which I nearly did as well. We're just going to wait for the guard who's drinking from his drink there on the right to move away. You can make your way past him, but if you're in that room while he starts moving, he's bound to spot you. So just wait for him to be stationary before you go through. And through the next room, once again keeping an eye out for the guard who patrols. Everybody else is pretty much static and stationary. Out through the door on our left, and along the balcony, over the edge, down to the first floor, and down through our escape ladder, or our shortcut ladder should I say, which will take us then back to the ground floor and into the rear courtyard here. So we're just going to crouch down and hide behind these dumpsters. We're just going to wait for the guard you can see ahead of us here to turn around and wander back to his friend before we make our way through the gate and back to safety. So all we have to do now for our challenge to pop is to wait for Hush to use his deprivation chamber. And I actually went the wrong way and ended up back in the centre of town, but it does give me the opportunity to and ah. So do we go for the moped exit? Do we go for the facility exit, or the train, the apartment, or a drain pipe? Not a drain pipe, a sewer drain. And in the end I opted for possibly the easiest exit and one of the closest. The train is the other easiest exit, but it's also the furthest away. But I'm going to take the scooter exit, or the moped exit. So I'm going to go and wait by the moped for Hush to drop down dead.
Good. Let's both targets down. I just need to override this, and I'm in. You can get out now and I can take care of the data remotely. Unless you want to handle it yourself.
So there you go, that is the Stick It to the Man challenge. I have been Anubis, and I will see you all in the next video.